Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast, Unpopular Opinion. I'm your host, Summer.
And your girl, Lima Beauty.
And today's topic is going to be about aliens. Now, for those of y'all who know me, y'all know I'm a very big conspiracy theorist, and aliens is like one of the main topics that I love to talk about or research. So today we have a guest, KB, on here, and obviously our other host, Lima.
Welcome back, KB.
Yes, welcome back. And we're gonna be talking about these aliens, okay? Because I've been seeing some sightings of UFOs.
They're coming.
And they're coming to be among us.
They here,
whether you believe it or not.
They look like humans.
Exactly. Some of them look like humans. Some of them live in the ocean. And another big thing is people are saying the ocean is actually space. So we're going to talk about
shit,
this.
I don't know how to swim, so I ain't going in
there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
So let's get into it. So, like, I had a, like, y'all might not believe me, but I had a sign of the aliens before. So, like, over my house, please don't come get me, y'all. Oh, I'm telling y'all business. Over my house, it was like, it looked like a UFO. So, I zoomed in on it. Like, it was there for like 3 days. Over my house, and me and my mate, we looked over, like, I was like, yo, that looked like a UFO. It's not. It's like it was just moving back and forth over my house, like near my satellite. This was like the beginning of the year, and I was like, yo, that's a UFO. I took a picture of it, zoomed in, but let me say this the kicker. So when I ordered my Uber, I took a picture of it. I ran in my Uber. I said, boy, that motherfucker come get me. My mom was like, don't turn your flash on. I said, Mom, that's a UFO.
Right.
So when I zoomed in, you can see like the light and everything like that. So all I gotta say, if y'all come to get me, just say that, because like I ain't got time. Like just let me know. But I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'm not scared.
So
because you know why I'm not scared? Because I feel like they are inhuman. Definitely. I feel like they are here to teach us things and not hurt us. And they taking the real ones. Not saying that everybody fake, but know what I mean. But like they coming to get people that know too much. Meaning like we could help them.
Right.
So that's why a lot of people is like cloned and everything like that. The government is trying to play with our minds as though they trying to cover it up. But I really feel like the aliens is definitely out here.
Yeah, no, they've already told us that there were aliens out here with the whole existence of Area 51, and that's not even just that. Like Area 51 is just like the beginning of what aliens, like where they are and what they are and all of that. Like we don't even know too much. I really truly believe that like AI came from aliens, like, you know, artificial intelligence and things like that. I think that that's too advanced for humans.
You ever see the movie Dark Skies?
I've never heard of Dark Skies.
Oh my God, you gotta look into it. You ever see it, KB?
I seen it.
Yeah, so like it was about like the aliens. The aliens was coming out, but they tricked you into thinking that they was coming for the little boy, but they was coming for the older boy. So they had the dad thinking that he was coming for the little boy because he was always visiting the little boy. But he was visiting the little boy for a distraction.
To find information.
To find information for the older boy, because the older boy was always sick growing up as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they never knew why he was always sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the alien left his mark print on the father. It was like something behind his ear or something like that. So give him a warning. So then they used to come inside his house, the mom and the dad house, and rearrange things and everything, giving y'all warnings that they was coming, and nobody knew what it was. But the little boy always was talking to him. So then, at the end of the movie, like when they finally realized that they was trying to protect the little boy, they didn't care for the older brother because they didn't think that they was coming for the older brother, and they took the older brother.
Wow.
It's a good movie. You gotta watch it. That gets you thinking about stuff for real. Sure. But like I think that like it's actually like aliens walking around that look like us.
Oh yeah, there's this movie called V. I think it's a show. It might be like a mini series, but it seems like a movie. Yeah, right. I think it is like a mini series. But it's called V, and it is literally about aliens that look like people wanting to take over the world. Now I don't believe that every alien wants to take over the world, but I think that this movie really portrayed how people's fears, like actual people's fears, are when it comes to aliens. Like, I just feel like they're already amongst us, guys. And if they haven't attacked us yet, that's not what they want to do.
I feel like if they wanted to attack, they would have been did that.
Yeah.
They sent out a warning.
Yeah.
They just intimidated. It's like intimidation.
Because it's like this book that this lady wrote. Like, she passed away years ago, like before her time. But she wrote a book about the world. Like, how everything gonna go. She said in the book, the aliens gonna take over Earth. the Earth gonna be covered in water, and the aliens gonna take over Earth and teach us how to breathe underwater. Like, you know how like fishes and everything breathe underwater.
I like that you said that because that puts us right into what I said in the beginning.
Because if you think of the last one, it's melting.
Space is underwater, y'all. Like, I know that sounds crazy, and I know that it doesn't really make any sense, but even if you watch a lot of the kids' movies and stuff, they have to do with the ocean. They will call the fish stars. They will, like, go all the way down into the deep, deep ocean. Like, not in cartoons, but, like, in real life, they'll go down. Yeah, like how, like, what do you think happened to those people? Y'all think they just drowned?
With the people
they can't find they can't find the submarine that went to go visit the
Well, they trying to distract us as in saying that it was an explosive.
It blew up,
that it exploded before like the water pressure, because everybody that's smart know that the water pressure for that type of equipment that they was in is too much to go inside that water. Everybody know like the water pressure once you hit like 200 feet, that the pressure is impossible for that type of equipment running by the controller. Yeah. So you gotta think about it like it's a kappa and it's a distraction, because on the other boat it was about like 500 other people drowning and dying, and we didn't know about it. Nobody was talking about it. It was just talking about these 4 people that was on the submarine that's controlled by the fucking Nintendo controller.
I was just about to say that. I'm just like, first of all, y'all could have
all that money they paid just to see a rusted Titanic, but you gotta think about it. There was more money home because they paid their way for this type of thing. Yep. But you know, if you gotta think about it, the Titanic is from like rich people. A lot of rich people that was on the Titanic passed away. It was a bunch of treasures and everything on that Titanic. So all that's still on that Titanic because nobody's touching it, because ain't nobody going all the way down 1,000 feet to go see a Titanic, because it's all the way at the bottom of the sea. Mm-hmm. If you can make it to the bottom of the sea and make it back up, close to you cannot do it. It's impossible.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's just like I didn't hear about the explosion. I just heard that the submarine has disappeared.
It disappeared because they're trying to say they found pieces of it.
It's no way. So where are the pieces? They haven't showed us no pieces. They haven't done none of that. It's a mystery. If you think about the Bermuda Triangle, right, that's in the ocean. People and things get sucked into the Bermuda Triangle all the time. Never to be found again. None of that.
Because you're not going to get found.
Where do it go? What is it?
It go out of space.
Yeah, it gotta go
Which
somewhere.
is
the aliens.
The ocean. Because the Bermuda Triangle is in the ocean.
Oh, you see that woke me up. Like, I like that. I didn't think about it like that. Ocean. Talk your shit. Go ahead.
So it's just like if nowadays you're hearing about people saying that space is actually in the ocean, I really believe that, because there's so much of the ocean, just like you said, nobody goes all the way down there. There's so much of the ocean that we have not experienced. And even if you read in the Bible, I know this is not religious, but even if you read in the Bible, it's about the firmament, and the firmament is above and below. It's the water and the heavens. You see what I'm saying? So it's all around. Where are we? If water is all around us, where are we?
Right, surrounded.
We're surrounded.
We just in a we like in a dark hole.
Yeah,
if
pretty
you think
much.
About
if
you think of those, there's no visual proof. Like,
right.
Any one of those things that happen, and they always got cameras. They always got like stuff on the boat, but you never see no visual.
If
it's gotta be real.
Yeah. Also,
so much is covered in water though. You gotta think about it like, if you go to Georgia, the Georgia Lake is a black lake that's covered in water.
It's black? What you mean?
It's a black hole that people go visit and never be seen. Like, they never be found if they go inside that water.
That's crazy.
And you know why? I did my research on there, and I'm gonna do my research on there some more, because slaves was there. So it was a small town that a lot of people don't know about, and it got covered in water during like a hurricane or like a bad storm or something like that, and it got covered in water. So it was a bunch of cemeteries down there. And if you go inside that lake and you go down in that hole, you're never gonna be found, because there's bodies down there that never rested. So that's the same as the topic that we're talking about now.
Yeah.
You're going down to visit a Titanic. 1,500 bodies down there that never rested.
But people are interested in that. Like, everybody wants to be the first person. Like, I was the first person to see
But I would never pay that much money, because all that money could have paid my tuition. That money could have paid my tuition and everything. Like, come on now.
I'm not gonna pay no amount of money to go see a ship that sunk.
Like, they want to see like, yo, I seen.
And then, but my thing is, you got to think about it. It's all like a cover up, because how did they get pictures of the Titanic? How did they get pictures of it? It's like saying like it's all like neat and everything. Why is it so neat? How y'all know it's like that?
Right, if nobody can go down there.
It's a cover up. So like they pay all that money. I honestly think they faked their death. I think they
all them people and kids too.
No, 4 people.
Maybe the 5. Maybe the 5.
I think they faked their death.
Important. Like,
oh, you mean the ones that went down in the submarine?
Yes.
I thought you were talking about Titanic still. Okay.
No, I think they faked their death, and the reason why I think they faked their death because it was like everything is a distraction in this world, and it's easy. It's even distracting us for what's about to happen or what's already happening. For example, what's going on in today's world? We getting all this smoke from Canada.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's very odd.
All the way from
in
Canada.
In my opinion. I think that this done turned out about a conversation from aliens to a conversation about the government now because
I don't even want to talk about the government. You gonna come take me out?
Listen,
podcast done.
Government. I'm very comfortable, okay, because y'all can't come for me. And
too well.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. I done forgot, girl. I'm drunk. What was it we just talking about?
We talking about aliens.
Yeah,
the government is definitely coming up to aliens for sure.
It is.
She drunk. She's out.
They are.
Look how laid back she should be.
They covering up the aliens, and it's not even them covering up though, because they told us that there are aliens. KB.
Yeah.
I feel like we left you out. How do you feel about aliens?
I was talking.
How do you do you think that they're among us? Do you think that?
Shit, I think they real powerful.
Yeah, I think that a lot of celebrities are aliens.
Hell yeah! Look at Kanye West. He cloned.
Think about like a lot of people that went to jail or like different these celebrities. Like see how they look. Like when they get there, when they get out. Like, you remember when Gucci Man went to jail? You remember when Gucci Man went to jail?
He like a fucking mannequin.
See, you in the music industry, you know what's up.
You like a mannequin.
You know what's up.
I hate to even say this, but
did you go ahead?
If you think about like, all right, so you know, Takeoff.
Yeah.
Died, right? So think of that whole situation, right?
Sacrifice. Bro.
It just seemed like
he's not really dead.
It just seemed off. Like
he's not really dead.
None of this, like
yeah, like it was just all
because out of all people, how did y'all take off?
That's what I'm saying. But there's plenty. Go back years and years. Like just people.
Kanye West once said.
There's been many people that said.
Kanye West once
has faked his death.
He faked his death. He's somewhere on the island. But think about it. Kanye West once said, "If I come back acting crazy, I am cloned."
Yep.
He once said that, and look how he acting out of place. Kanye West ain't shit like he was when he first came out. He is cloned, and half of these people in the music industry is cloned. They even sacrificing somebody to become cloned, or they just giving their soul away.
Yeah.
And they don't know where their soul is going. You ever see Get Out?
Yes.
So it's like it's floating. Sink in. It's in a black hole. Good soul is in a black hole, and you are now somebody else.
It's like you're in this body, but you're not yourself.
Because sometimes I feel like I'm not in my body. I do. But I ain't cloned up. I ain't scared. Right?
It was the awkward pause.
That was a weird segue.
It's the alcohol, yeah.
Yeah, watch it.
But like back to the topic. Most of these people are cloned. The people that's cloned are aliens.
Yeah, and did y'all see the wax figures of Megan Thee Stallion?
Did y'all see them?
They look more like Megan Thee Stallion than she does. So when she dies, they're going to use those wax figures. And I don't care what nobody say, they can animate inanimate objects. Period.
That's what they did to the boy that had the Dolce & Gabbana. He went out to go be a model for them, and he killed him, and his real body is a mannequin. Google it, TikTok.
What?
Yup. He a black man
with
dreads. And they say, yo, his hands look too real. He went missing. They don't know where his body went. They say his hands look too real. And then when the TikTok video came out, the lady was like, look at his hands, like he looked like a wax figure, look at his hands, but his hands look real. Like, you know how you embalm somebody?
Yeah.
That's how his body looked. And his body went missing. His hair is like ordinary, natural, to the scalp. It looked like they really twisted it and everything.
Right, because even the wax have to use lace. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you gotta stay woke. And like that's why like I really became spiritual and like I'm real close to the universe, which is God. Because like this world is crazy. Like you don't know what's about to happen next. And I feel like they get rid of a lot of motherfuckers that know too much. Because when you know too much and you start to talk too much, they be like, oh, this person knows too much. And they putting our business out there so they don't want us to know too much. So then that's when they want to take us out. You know, that's why they killing half of these motherfuckers because they know too much. But you gotta think about it like, people who don't believe in aliens, they are non-believers, one. And they are, what it's called? When you believe something but you don't want to believe it.
Like,
naive.
Yeah. Well, no. Naive is like when you do stuff that you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. But when they believe something, but they don't want to believe it.
Delusional.
Yeah.
So, like, aliens...
Somewhere.
Yeah, like, so what I'm saying is, like, aliens really do exist.
Yes. 100%.
And they showing us all different signs to it.
Yeah.
But people gotta understand, you can't be scared. You gotta prepare yourself. Because when you prepare, then you're not gonna be scared. You cannot be scared. Because you already know this about to happen. But when you actually see, people look at aliens as being like a 6 foot skull, bald head person. No, that's not aliens, bro.
Right.
That's not aliens. That's how do they get a vision of what an alien look like?
That's what Hollywood.
That's for Hollywood. That's for what we think they look like. But that's
then
not
you
what they
got
look like.
the Hollywood movies that's coming out now with aliens that, like you said, Lima, the aliens look just like us.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly believe that they are shapeshifters. Like, they can shapeshift. They can become different people, different things, different beings. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not just bound to one thing. And I believe that a lot of celebrities...
And I feel like they're here to help us for sure. Like, because the earth is going... The reason why I say they're here to help us for sure, because like I said, I read the lady's book. But like I said, the earth is going to be covered in water. The reason why the earth is going to be covered in water, because Alaska is melting. The polar bears is running out of ice.
Did you ever understand why in Alaska? Because
I understand
they have
because
an ice wall.
It's scientists out there who is out there messing with shit.
Yeah.
So they rearranging things in the universe. They messing with things out in the galaxy.
Yeah.
The galaxy is bigger than what you think. And that's where a lot of people is going. They get lost in the galaxy because the galaxy is big.
Yeah.
And people think, oh, where did all these people missing? No, they in the galaxy sink somewhere. They spirit is out there. They body might still be here, but their spirit is out there. And that's where all our spirits go to. Because they pick and choose what they want you to be in the next life. You want to be a bird? You want to be I think I'm talking too much. But you want to
I feel you. Especially when you said
I think I'm talking too much. Oh, shit, they gonna get me.
I feel you though, because when you said a lot of people who don't believe in aliens are non-believers, I agree with that. And this may be a little off kilter, but I think that angels were aliens, like the angels from the Bible.
Yeah, the fallen angels. Absolutely.
No, just regular angels.
Angels are aliens
because it's just like how they describe angels in the Bible is how we would describe an alien nowadays.
The Bible,
you know what I'm saying? Like someone that comes to you that's not human, someone who gives you a message, someone who tells you something from God. That is someone who has celestialness.
A lot of people about to hate me, but the Bible is handwritten.
It is.
By a white man.
It is.
So at the end of the day, I don't go off by the Bible. I believe in God because I believe that God is the biggest energy above. Energy. That's what it is. Energy is what spirits is. From my opinion.
People say it's power. Like
it's power. Well, because
a higher power.
You can't go back and think about how this person was made or how this person became by Adam and Eve. You can't go by that because how do y'all know this if y'all wasn't on this earth?
That's why I like to think of a
Bible. You gotta think about shit like that. It's what they want us to think, but you gotta have that. Like I said, you gotta have that third eye open, and you gotta be smarter. You gotta outsmart motherfuckers. Because when you outsmart motherfuckers, at the end of the day, they gonna look at you like, damn,
right?
They still got me thinking. That's why I said, like, people be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to, like, aliens and universes and shit like that. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Because it all makes sense at the end of the day. Because you got to do your research and you got to start writing shit down. You can't just cloud your brain up about everything. You got to really start writing shit down. And once you start writing everything down, all that shit going to make sense. Because you're going to be like, oh, shit. Because the lady that wrote that book, and watch The Simpsons. Everything that's happening from The Simpsons is happening right now. Is what we going through.
Yeah, it is.
And everything that lady wrote down, that's everything that's happening because she's seen like she like not Cleopatra, but she like see like the future of what things that's going on. And back to what I was saying is the reason why the earth is gonna be covered in water because Alaska is melting. And the reason why Alaska is melting because the scientists is out in the universe of the galaxy changing things around. Thinking that they're making a point about something, but they're really messing up the galaxy. Just one thing you don't do is go up to the galaxy and fuck with the galaxy because when you fuck with the galaxy, you can't put the pieces back because the galaxy moves around.
Yep.
So you gotta think about it. Like you gotta be smarter than what you think, and that's waking the aliens up to come down. They already was preparing themselves to come down anyway, but that's making them come down even more and even faster.
Right.
So you gotta think smart about stuff like that. Like seriously. Like, it's not. I think the wine got me talking too much.
No, you good. You good.
Come on, man. Don't get me talking like no, like shit. Like I got y'all quiet. I got y'all little shit.
I'm just
Let me tell you
listening.
this. Let me tell you, like y'all got to think about shit like that. The aliens is preparing us. They're not here to hurt us. They're not here to harm us. And they're not like how they is in movies and stuff. They want you to think the aliens out here coming to kidnap us and shit. They're not here for that shit. They're here to help us and warn us. They are warnings, and that's why the government is trying to cover them up because they are here to warn us of what's about to happen in this world. This world gonna be covered in water within the next 40, 50, 60 years. We're not gonna be on this earth by the time that happens, but it's gonna happen for sure. If you on this earth, experiences 9 times out of 10, the alien gonna help you learn how to breathe underwater. If you don't know how to breathe underwater, it's gonna be different because they found water on Mars and shit like that. So all that stuff that's happening,
people live on Mars already.
People live on Mars exactly.
Because the government is trying to make it seem like
the government
they are just doing experiments and trying to find life.
So much
like
shit,
no,
bro.
Years ago, y'all was telling us about sending people who have enough money to go to Mars. Y'all not gonna tell me ain't nobody living there. It was years ago.
Once they found water on Mars, somebody was living there because they found the water.
Right. Exactly.
You gotta hide it.
There is.
But you gotta hide it because they don't want motherfuckers going to another planet. Because you know why? The government want to kill us all and take us out because he got a different plan. But when you smart enough and you woke, then that's when shit gonna happen. I'm talking too much, y'all. About to step on set, yo.
No, but seriously though, like it's a whole thing. Like, and I listened to this. She just became a podcaster, but I listened to this YouTuber named Storm, and she talks a lot about these conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And she was just telling me, or not me, she's my bestie. That's what she calls all her followers. But she was telling us that, you know, going back to the topic about the Bible, right? It's really just a book.
It's handwritten.
You see what I'm saying? It's just a book, but it gives you valuable advice on how to get through this life and what's going on in this world. You see what I'm saying? Revelations is about what's going on in this world today. You see what I'm saying? And even though that person who wrote this book back then didn't know what was going on, they knew what was going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So the Bible is something that someone wrote a long time ago that tells the future, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It tells the future, in my opinion. And, you know, everybody's going to have their own opinion on that. But like you said, this is the unpopular opinion. And that's my opinion. Like, I listen to a lot of people read the Bible. And I've gone to church when I was growing up and things like that.
Yeah.
But me reading it to myself, I really do personally think that it's something that you should read to read. So that you can understand the world as it is today. And that's it. Like,
you ain't got to believe in the Bible to believe in God.
Exactly.
Because, like I said, the Bible is definitely handwritten. They wrote it with a feather pen. So at the end of the day, you can't sit there and be like, well, the Bible said this, the Bible said that. We don't know what the Bible says.
And you can't take everything you read.
The Bible is handwritten. Like, I believe in God all day because God is real. But God is energy. They got to be smart. God is energy.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it.
God did.
See it and believe.
DJ Khaled said, God did.
Right.
But no, for real, like, God is energy. Like, you got to, like, really be smart. Like, but to each his own. I'm not trying to change nobody any mind about any type of religion.
Right,
because,
that's what I'm saying.
Because I believe in God at the end of the day, but God didn't warn us about no aliens. He's showing us signs. So
showing us signs and letting us figure it out on our own. Because again, free will is a thing.
So with that being said, let me know your unpopular opinion. So like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for coming on the show today.
No problem.
And make sure y'all comment because we is watching.